You just greasing it with Crisco?
Mm-hmm.
You remember it?
What did she say?
I think he's maybe...
She's greasing the pans for the biscuit.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna make sifted our flour.
You've already sifted it.
Already sifted it.
What kind of flour?
She didn't say nothing yet.
Self-rising. I use white lily.
Okay.
And then you put as much shortening Crisco as you want in. I just put just a handful. And I use buttermilk. Just pour it.
And that bowl's about full of sifted flour, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then put you a hole in it like in your flour, so you put your,
So what's in your hand right now? A big old scoop of Crisco?
that's right. And then I'm gonna take it and just start mixing it up.
He's really trying to get your attention, ain't he?
Yeah, yeah, but he does that all the time.
Oh.
And squeeze it up to get you butter. I mean to get you shortening.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Angel.
You can use plain milk, whole milk, but it don't work as
You
well.
hear me?
Todd, would you tell him what I'm doing?
Landon, go in there and tell Grandpa that Grandma's busy right now and she'll talk to him in a minute.
No, I'll do it.
Why can't you answer me?
Danny, she's talking to Josh about the video. Danny, you have to be quiet for a minute.
So how much buttermilk do you think?
Okay, I don't never measure mine. I just poured it about as much as I think how many biscuits I want.
Are you going to take a shower?
And if you ain't got enough first time, just repeat yourself again, the same thing.
So you're just working with what you have, but you're not really adding more flour to it.
No. That's why you put a lot of flour in there to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep mixing it up till it gets like thick.
Landon,
You taking a shower. You gonna have all that noise.
Sorry?
will you call your mom real quick and tell her that I'm in the middle of recording Grandma making biscuits, and I'll call her back in just a minute?
Mike, you trying to call her?
Yeah.
I'll call her.
All right.
I'll call her, Landon. Watch here.
Okay.
So how do you know when it's the right consistency?
Well, if you don't have it sort of thick, you can't make biscuits won't hold together good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them.
So right now it's still too soupy, you think?
Yeah, it's too soupy now. See, it's getting thick.
We need to do a show and call it Cooking with Grandma,
Yeah,
and we'll do an episode every day, and you can cook something for us.
all right. You gonna cook these when you get home?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make these biscuits. Is self-rising white lily or regular?
Yeah, no, self-rising.
Okay.
Because if you use plain, you gotta add your salt and your baking powder.
I've tried it before and I've gotten close,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna buy a sifter when I get home because I really think that makes the difference.
Oh, it does make a difference because it's sort of stuck together like
Mm-hmm.
thick. So you want it to have some air in your flour.
Makes it airy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A lighter biscuit.
Lighter biscuit, yeah. I'm just doing it like this to get it off of my hands. And just sprinkle some over it and work it in to where it'll get a little thicker.
I see, so you can work it.
Uh-huh.
So you're just adding a little dry flour
Yeah,
to it
yeah.
When you get done with
and
that.
kind of folding it.
Just going up, yeah, just go up under it and fold it over.
All right. How many biscuits will that there make, you think?
It'll make a,
2 pound? 2 pans?
well, it'll make this big skillet full. And get up under it and sort of turn it over. Put your little extra flour on your hand. And pinch it off about how big you want your biscuit.
So you're just barely rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come around here and look at this skillet.
Okay. Some people put theirs close together, some don't.
And you try to touch them all, don't
Yeah.
you? You about to make tomato gravy after this?
That's the, yeah.
I might record you to do that too if you don't
Okay,
care.
that's fine.
I'm going here. I think they're making a movie.
You don't let me forget. I'll show you a recipe in that book. Or Miss Catherine's got a recipe, I think, or Miss Janice,
Uh-huh.
of making tomato gravy.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Of course, you can double it if it's not enough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this is, but it ain't your normal music.
Hey, what?
It's not your normal music.
That's R&B, dinner now. Play music, sing all in with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something worth watching.
Then I pat them down a little bit,
Just barely.
just barely.
Just put just a barely little fingerprints in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Knuckles.
That's it.
Then, but your oven's already preheated.
Preheated, yeah, to 350.
All right, 350.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
Just until they get brown.
I know you was gonna say that.
Yeah.
But have you ever
Okay.
tried to time it?
No,
You can today.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
time it today.
let's see.
For the first time in how many years? How long you been making biscuits?
Probably, I know about probably 59, probably about 60, 62, 65 years.
First time in 65 years it's ever been timed.
Yeah,
Grandpa today was telling us about your mama and how good she cooked, but also how much he said I couldn't. She'd go to the store for $10 a week and make it work for all them people,
That's right.
all Uncle
Yeah.
Charlene and his youngins and everybody.
all of us.
Now,
Hamburger meat was 3 pounds for $1.
And he said that was some of the best burgers he's ever eat. She
Yeah.
put light bread in them to stretch them. He said.
Yeah, yeah.
How's that work? You just
A little flour, put your little flour in with it when you mix it up, and an egg,
uh-huh.
and mix it all together.
In the hamburger meat?
In the hamburger meat, yeah. That'll make it go further, but they are good. They really are good.
Do you do it, Mama? Why don't y'all do it?
my mom's, and mine ain't never turned
How
out.
did she make them in a cast iron skillet?
Yep,
Kind of like same thing as like hamburger steak gravy.
Yeah,
Just put it
yeah.
on a bun.
yep.
Oh, we about to do that
Hold on. She put barbecue sauce on them.
after
Put
it's
them up in
done.
aluminum foil and put them in the oven and baked them in barbecue sauce. It's the best burger I ever put in my mouth.
So she would take hamburger meat and an egg or two, or just one.
No, according to how much hamburger meat you got. If you want an egg, one, you can put egg, one. Had plenty of eggs, she'd put about 2.
Okay, and then she would put light bread or no?
Light bread. Sometimes she put light bread, but most times she put flour.
Okay. I was
Add
just
some
going on what
flour,
Grandpa
right?
said, but
And
flour.
then sometimes she'd add just a little tip of water.
What?
Be able to mix it good.
Yeah, maybe if she added too much flour, you think, then she'd have to add a little
Might
water to.
have.
So, how much flour?
Just a little bit of flour, you don't want much. Probably about a fourth of a cup or a third of a cup. Not much.
And then so she'd mix all that
Mix it all
together real good.
Like you're gonna do a meatloaf, you know. Mix it all up.
What about seasoning? You think
Salt and pepper.
Okay. Then what? She'd put them in a cast iron skillet
Yep, just like that right there.
with just Crisco or something, grease.
Yeah, grease. And put her, let them fry. And when they got done, she'd take them out.
So she did them on the inside of the oven.
Sometimes she'd do it inside, sometimes on top.
Oh.
Yep. It didn't matter whichever time she had moved. Most of the time though, like that, she just do it fry them on top of the stove.
Man, that sounds good. We're gonna try that.
And then if you want a little barbecue, fry them a little bit on top. And then put your barbecue sauce on and put it in the oven on. Put your cover
Yeah.
and cook them like that. And
And
that was good too.
so she would cook them and then put barbecue sauce on them and then put them back in the oven for a minute.
Yeah.
So she'd bake them for a long time.
You don't have to put a whole lot of. You didn't have to cook a long time on top before you put your barbecue sauce on. Well, they'd be real good. Yeah, and sometimes she chop her up some onion and put it in
Yeah, that sounds
when she's
good.
mixing them up.
Like a green onion or a white onion?
No, or just a regular onion, white onion.
Have you ever tried to make them?
I tried it one time and mine didn't taste quite like hers, but I don't think I didn't put the barbecue sauce on mine that time.
Oh, okay.
But you don't have them real thick, your hamburgers.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have them thick.
Like what? The size of those biscuits or a little bit bigger?
About that size, And then she would fry them down. But that little onion then really made it taste good.
Yeah, I bet.
She was real good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna try that as soon as I get home.
Yeah, just try it.
I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
Aunt Sue used to make my mom's hamburgers.
Were they any good?
Bossy used to cook real good. But she just quit. David started doing it and she quit.
But when Mama was small, younger, going to school, she wouldn't hardly eat. So Mama would make her a biscuit and make her some chocolate gravy for breakfast.
Aunt Sue wouldn't hardly eat.
No, Mama.
Oh, why wouldn't you eat?
I don't know. I
You-
just didn't have too much of an appetite.
You better get an appetite now and start eating.
Well, we're going to see how this is.
But ask her about the chocolate gravy.
Yeah, tell me about the chocolate gravy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You think that's enough?
Well, there's what?
How many of
There's
us?
4 of us, 6 of us.
And there's how many?
19 biscuits. 6
Two
times
a
4
piece
is...
is 12. Some of y'all will eat more than 2 and some won't.
That'd be
I think-
2 apiece.
Yeah, well,
With extra.
2 apiece would be 12. So there'd be, what, about 7 left? 6 or 7 extra?
Yeah, about 7 left. That's plenty.
Think so?
That gives everybody really 3 apiece.
You think that's enough, John?
Yeah, whatever you think, Grandma. I don't... You're driving this horse. I'll just hold the tail.
Mama,
Hi.
at 19, it gives everybody 3 apiece with 1 left over.
Oh,
If
okay.
somebody wants 4. I
Alright.
don't think,
I think that's enough then.
yeah.
Okay.
And if they're hungry, then get them a sandwich at that point.
I may get me a sandwich then.
Yeah. You might think you might do like Jamie. You might decide you want one a little later.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us might eat 2, but we're not going to eat 3. I know you'll eat You gonna eat 5, Josh?
I may.
Really?
I may.
Mama, make a couple more. You really gonna eat that much, Josh?
I may. I don't
You just
want to
don't
say
know.
I won't.
Yeah.
It's the thing about it is, as soon as you run out of biscuits, you can't have no more tomato gravy.
That's right.
That's the whole thing. That's why I'm saying that. It ain't like sausage and biscuits in the morning or something.
I don't care what you eat. I just like expecting you to say that.
Oh.
Maybe.
I'll get sick eating
Mama,
here,
you
but
want the
I also
little
don't want
skillet?
Grandma to work more. So I
I'm
don't
gonna
care
be
what
fine.
y'all do.
I'm gonna cut the cord here.
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna put you in the spotlight of the show. You wasn't on it when you did that. Because I was kidding with you. You'll never be spotlight of the show.
Somebody said don't surprise me. Mama, you want this little one or you want the flat?
What?
You want
No,
you want the
I
flat?
got one out over there.
you
Okay,
get
give me that little one. The little
This one?
No, the other one, yeah.
Will that one not stick?
No, we won't see.
Okay. There you go.
Take that Crisco and grease that pan for him, Mama.
She won't put enough in it, John.
I'm learning. Oh, really?
No, she's skippy.
We ain't got time for that.
No.
I done washed this one time.
Oh, you need your sifter, my John.
Need what?
You do need a sifter.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first thing. As soon as I get there, I'm gonna buy me one.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me make a suggestion.
I am not video recording you. Just kidding. What is it? Mom?
I bought a cheap one. Don't buy a cheap one. If you're gonna invest in it, don't get a cheap one.
Okay.
Cause mine rusted out. And it didn't want to do what it's supposed to do.
Anytime you cook, you'll need a sifter.
Okay. Wonder how much Crisco you go through in a week or a month.
According to how many biscuits I make. If I make a lot of biscuits, it won't take long to use that.
Joshua, the chocolate gravy was the same, but they add a little flour as her chocolate cake.
Oh, really?
I've never had it, but
I'm gonna go grab my shirt and then I'll hear about this gravy.
get you some more than one there,
Really? Are they new or are they like old stock or something?
They're not new, they're Chinese style.
That's crazy. Like, oh, and a Rico?
Yeah.
So every morning your mama would make you some chocolate gravy.
Yep, most of the time. Sometimes we have some left from the day before. And I do here.
How old do you think those cast iron skillets are?
This biggest one here is probably, well, it's probably 60 years old.
You got it about the same time you got married?
Yep. These other ones is not quite that old. This one, that other one over there is old. It's probably 40.
Where'd you get it?
I think I bought that one myself.
Oh, I figured one of them was Mama's.
No. I gave you Mama's.
I know.
Did you know how to make biscuits before you got married?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what did it right there.
Yep.
That's what got her in the trouble she's in
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
That sealed the deal.
That's exactly right. Your mom. Well, she didn't make me learn how. I just wanted to learn how. So, I would cook biscuits a lot of times.
Mama's biscuits are totally different than Mama Whittingham's biscuits.
Mama's was good though.
Lois's taste like Mama Whittingham.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know Grandma Whittingham's, but I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, she makes hers out of butter.
Did Mama make hers out of butter?
Sometimes she did. According to how much she had.
Yeah.
So, the only... Because I think Daddy's mama uses White Lily too, or at least she used to.
Yeah.
So, really the difference would just be using butter instead of Crisco.
Crisco, that's right.
But
That's all
this
I'm
makes a better biscuit. That's why most people in the South use White Lily.
Yeah.
Because it's a lighter flour.
Flour.
Yeah, it's real light. It's real soft.
Fine.
It's soft.
Well, that's good to know though, 'cause that way I can play around with it and try different things at the
Yeah.
house, and if butter works better for me
Yeah,
or if
that's
Crisco
right.
works
Yeah.
better. But you wouldn't even try to make it in something other than a cast iron skillet, would you?
I have made them. Yeah, I have made them in just like a
A regular metal.
like 11 by 13 pan.
Uh-huh.
You just don't get as good a crust.
I see. They're a little softer.
The iron skillet makes a good crispy crust.
Mm.
That's the only difference. But I mean, you can make it on either one, you know, as far as that goes. But the aluminum pan makes a.
I have a few cast iron skillets anyway, so I'll be fine there. I'm gonna get me some more anyway.
Yeah. Well, they don't never wear out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on TV, a lot of the cooks on, like on, like the cooking shows,
Uh-huh.
they use the cast iron skillet.
Yeah. It's
So,
a guy I've been watching lately cook. He's like cooks on a ranch kind of.
yeah,
And that's all he uses, but he was saying how to season his. He never uses soap to wash it ever. He
they say it'll
uses
stick cause it to stick.
yeah.
That's what I've heard.
So he'll just use water, and if he has to, if it's real stuck on, he'll use water, but then put it back on the eye
Yeah.
and get it hot, and then take something like a wooden spoon and scrape off the stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then once it's done, then he'll just get it hot again and put olive oil or something on there again
Oh, okay. Well, that might be a good thing to do.
and season it.
Yeah. Uncle David used to, if they got a new skillet,
Uh-huh.
he would take make a bonfire out there in the yard.
Mama business.
And I don't know what all he put on that fire. I don't know what he put. I guess he put some type of oak or some type of wood.
Uh-huh.
And had it real hot fire.
Yeah.
And put that skillet over in that fire.
Yeah.
And just let it burn
Really.
all day, maybe all night, whatever.
With that skillet in there.
That skillet and that seasoning. Put it
Huh.
on. Greased it real good.
Yeah.
And that caused it to season.
Hey,
And he done his like that all the time.
that's something to know.
Yeah. And Bussy probably knows exactly what all he did.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to call her and talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah. I know I gotta talk to her more.
So what are we doing now? We about to pop the biscuits in, or?
Now we're gonna put the biscuits in and I'm gonna fry the,
Oh, the pork cracklings. What
Yeah.
are they?
yeah.
Salt pork?
Yeah, salt dried pork, salt dried meat they call it.
I love those things, but I don't ever buy them because there ain't enough meat on them for me.
I know.
Yeah, you get just a little taste and then you're done. You
Yeah.
gotta get another one.
That's right, there's not a whole lot on it.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people uses this to cook their greens with,
Yeah,
and peas and butter beans.
yeah, that's a good idea.
What you need me to do, Mom? Anything? Tomorrow, what you need?
I'm gonna wash this meat off.
Yep.
Why you wash it?
Well, 'cause most of the time it's got that salt all over it,
Okay.
so to wash it off and get some of that salt off of it.
It's too salty if you don't.
Yeah,
I see.
You want it hot or cold?
hot.
Sorry if I was watching.
No, but I guess I could.
You won't never get this from me.
You don't like salt pork?
No.
You don't like to eat it, or you don't like to cook it?
I don't know neither.
Why?
I just don't
It's just bacon.
I know, but it pops. When it fries, it pops. Won't it, Mama?
And sometimes it will.
Sometimes I've never seen it where it didn't.
Sometimes it will.
I trust what Grandma says more.
That's because Grandma don't pay attention if it's popping or not. She just goes along
Oh,
with
it will, now it will pop on you. But, like I said, every time it won't, but you just don't ever. Just coat it good with the flour.
Oh, I didn't know you floured it.
Oh yeah, if you don't, it won't be good. Not near about as good. The mama never did fry it and do hers. That's why I never did like it.
Yeah.
But now Miss Stewart, this is the way she done hers.
So okay, I see.
So
what
you
did.
learned something from Lucille.
Yeah,
How about that?
yeah, she did. She could cook good, but she wanted to.
Yeah, she made some of the best sugar syrup there is. Oh man.
Do we have any sugar or syrup here now? Like cane syrup?
No, not for you.
Don't
Just
worry.
for me.
Don't worry about it.
I think Uncle George sent you a jar, didn't he?
I think so.
Who?
George Earl.
George?
Sent me a jar?
Give you a jar, yeah.
He didn't send me a jar.
You just never got it.
Nuh-uh.
And you know what Mama said the other day? Josh ain't getting none of my syrup.
That ain't better not be what she said.
She said it. Then you mean
No, I didn't say
Own
that.
up to it.
No, you said that.
Y'all gonna eat
No.
any of that blackberry jelly?
Yeah, we're gonna eat some of that jelly.
You can't eat everything. You a hungry, hungry, hungry boy.
That's true.
Mama'd help you, but there ain't no room in that kitchen right now.
No. Let your pan get real hot, your oil.
Okay. Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah,
With all that Crisco in there.
with all that in there, that's right.
There's a lot in
That
there.
makes it really crispy.
A lot of Crisco in this meal.
Have you videotaped how much Crisco is in that oil?
Yeah, I saw it.
I mean, in that pan.
Yeah.
That's fine. We're gonna need another can of Crisco tomorrow.
If Crisco went out of business, Grandma'd have to start eating at McDonald's.
That's right. It'd be pitiful. And it might one day really. Might be like Lord. That's what people used to use all the time.
Yep.
So they quit using it back, quit making that.
And near about is lard though, ain't it?
Yeah, you're about it.
They said lard was better for you now than the Crisco.
Well, that's what people used to eat all the time.
Just like they say butter is better for you than margarine.
Well, of course.
But Josh don't cook with nothing but butter, Mom.
We don't buy margarine. I don't believe in it, cause I don't. It ain't real.
Now, the preacher's wife, that's what her doctor told her. Said, do not use nothing but butter.
No.
No margarine, butter.
And it's not that much more expensive.
No, not really, probably. You use the Land O'Lakes?
I use whatever the grocery store brand of like
Yes.
unsalted butter or salted butter,
Yeah.
and I think it's usually like $1.99 for 4 sticks or something like
Oh,
that.
that's not bad.
It ain't bad.
Let her tell you about Land O'Lakes. You won't
Yeah.
find that no more.
No, they're not gonna have Land O'Lakes. I guess they'll have Land O'Lakes, but it won't
Changing
be
the
under
name.
that name.
Why?
Just like-
Remember, who puts that out? Who puts out Land O'Lakes?
I think it's some kind of Indian thing.
It's an
ain't it?
Indian thing, so they're taking that
That's the
off.
reason
They're
they're
taking
taking it out.
Quaker Oats off. They're taking Mrs. Butterworth's, Aunt Jemima.
Wow. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't know.
Don't put that in my face.
And it's so busy.
She said, Lennon, he's so quiet. He don't
Yeah.
ever talk.
He don't. He's such a shy boy.
Is he that quiet at home?
Not at all.
Let him watch a football game. It makes a difference, don't it, Lennon?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you have to yell a little bit, don't we?
Y'all start still for the Steelers?
Yeah, that's
Well-
what Landon. That's his favorite team.
That is not Landon's favorite team. His is Minnesota Vikings,
yeah.
unless things have changed.
They still
Still are. Remember, Mama, you had to hunt
Yeah, I
Minnesota
remember.
Viking?
Yeah, you can't find it hardly. Not down this way.
On them biscuits, how are we supposed to cut a wedge out of them? Like on your cake. How do you explain to me how you cut a wedge out of a cake?
Joshua.
You just, when you put your layer down there, cut it lengthwise, half in two.
Uh-huh.
And then you start at the corner, in the middle there, and then come down to the outer edge.
You're saying cut a corner out of the circle.
You know,
Cause you told me to get a cake
Shape
to
it
cut just
like
right.
This. Cut it just like this
Uh-huh.
in the center. Then come back up here to the center and start up here and cut down. And that's going to give you a thing. Come back and do the same thing here.
Wouldn't
As big a
that
slice as you want.
wouldn't that be what people always would do?
Yeah,
I mean, how would that be different than what somebody else would do?
that's what everybody does. Unless now some people cuts it in height and then cuts it in height and then goes back and cuts it again and then cut it like this. And
Yeah,
that's
but
like-
you called it something.
She said you gotta cut a corner out of it.
Well, the first piece is a corner, like.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But why is that different than any other piece?
because that's your that's your corner piece. The other one, that first piece that you cut. Well, when you cut it, when you get to the edge of the last piece, you got the outer edge and the other one. So you got, and just call it a corner piece.
Corner out of a circle.
Uh-huh. Some people don't call it that, just a corner.
I'm just kind of messing with you. I still don't understand it though.
Well, you probably
I can't
won't.
wrap my head around how you can cut a corner out of a circle.
Well, you just sort of, just put your head to it and think about it.
You're gonna get burnt if you
I
don't.
think so. It's over here.
So you make all your meats first?
Yeah, I do that. It's much according to how much I'm gonna fry. Yeah, if you don't know to fry a little bit, you wait till you dip it for a while, let it cook a while, and then do it.
Yeah.
Well, Mama, Josh really does go back and look at this video a lot when he's cooking.
Yeah, actually, I think I already made one.
A biscuit.
Well, with
Yeah.
this video, she can.
She probably could.
She can do a lot, but I don't know about biscuits
She
now.
might do it, she might fool you.
Oh, she's
She'll
gonna be
fry.
all right.
She'll surprise you.
Surprise, surprise.
She got good at cooking cornbread the other day.
Did she?
Yeah, she cooked Mama's cornbread, and
Yeah.
I couldn't tell the difference.
It was good.
You wasn't there.
Yes, I was. She cooked it for me
Oh,
that night.
she did make you a pan later on.
But don't tell her, delete that part out of the video.
No way.
That she was good.
No.
Don't let her know. She might get a big head of something.
She probably will. She's probably so proud of herself.
Yeah, she was proud.
And you ruined it.
I know it. What she didn't know was the oil with the little bit of cornmeal in the skillet and heating it up first to make it crispier. She said, now I know.
Well,
You need me over there doing it, Mom?
no. But it will pop.
I know. It's popping a lot. Move that back.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, you gotta eat all you get.
So it's going in at 7:10. I might eat them.
Mama, that's hot. We can do that one last.
So you want them all on the same
Yeah.
thing?
Like that'd be the same distance from the top.
They went in at 7:10.
Okay.
So we gonna tell you
Remember, you tell me how long it takes.
how long it takes.
You want me to bring the bar stool over there and you just sit
No,
down on the
no,
bar
no.
stool and cook?
No,
We'll just make you
That's
a
what you
little-
need. It's making my back hurt. I know your back's hurting.
no, it's fine.
She says fine. She's scrunching up her eyes.
No, I don't want that rich coffee.
Don't your fan work?
Yeah. Thank you. Is he dead in there?
Hmm.
Is he dead in there? He
Well,
dead?
oh, it popped back up, Mama, just a little.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping.
He's watching every time somebody walks by.
No, I know he does that even when y'all not here.
Mama, I know. Believe me, I know.
Does he run you crazy?
You didn't hear that on this video.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's a big old pop, wasn't it? It's bound to make it worse on the popping because she
Put water.
wets it. Oh, I got corona.
Don't say
Stay
that.
back, Mama.
Don't say that, Josh.
No, I better not choke like that.
Y'all know anybody over there that had it?
No. And when I was in the hospital, I asked them about it, and she said, honestly, we haven't even seen very many cases at this hospital for it. And they're like the main hospital in Johnson City. She said, I think there's only been like 3 cases of it that have come into this hospital.
Well, that's what they're really talking about, is people sort of hide it
Uh-huh.
and don't want people to know it.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is, a lot of it, they say.
And her best friend, husband, Mr. David, he passed away from it.
Really? But see, then on the flip side, the hospital in Johnson City actually got in bad trouble because for whatever reason, whatever sense it makes, they were giving them $10,000 for every person who died of coronavirus.
Really?
Yeah, this has been proven. There's like a big lawsuit
Write-up.
going on about it
Yeah.
because the hospital started lying. So like one lady got mad and fought it because her husband went in there and died over something, and I think it was just old age or so. It was something simple,
Yeah.
And they wrote him as Corona.
Oh, really?
And she said, coronavirus did not kill my husband. He didn't even have it. But but because he died of something and then he tested positive for it after he died,
Yeah.
they wrote it that he died of
They're
coronavirus,
doing
so they could
everybody
get
like that.
that $10,000 per person.
Damn.
So it's going around everywhere, Mom.
Is that not crazy?
It's because they want the numbers to go up for
Yeah.
whatever reason. They want the statistics to show, whatever.
And they're wanting it to look bad on
who
Trump
could
as well.
know what the incentive is? I'm not that smart, but
That's crazy.
yeah.
And probably half of them that died didn't have it no way.
Right.
That they say it did,
Yeah, well, most of these people that got it don't even know they have it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
These people, even like that guy George Floyd, he tested positive for corona after they killed him.
They
Oh,
also,
Yeah.
he also
But
had,
who could know? He didn't know it.
Yeah.
he also had fentanyl and meth in his system.
Yeah, I know it.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But all these people, they keep testing positive for it after they die of something else.
Yeah.
That just tells me we pretty much all got it.
Yeah, and especially
it's-
them in the hospital, they gonna have,
Affects some people and some people it don't.
yeah. That is so crazy.
We live in a weird world right now, Grandma.
It is, I know. It's scary.
It is scary. Do you remember anything like polio or anything like that?
No, John believed, Nita's son, Johnny,
Uh-huh.
he had polio. But,
Nita's son.
my brother, Nita's brother. He's the only one that I knew. Well,
My teacher.
yeah.
Was that during your time though? Like when you were little, is that when polio was bad?
See, I don't know, the only one we ever knew about was Johnny.
Okay.
And my teacher had it.
Yeah, but then, they had the vaccine back then.
Uh-huh.
Everybody had to take polio shots too. So,
Did it cripple him?
yeah, it did him, yeah. Not real bad, but now Short's teacher, she come out, it did her, but,
She was bad.
Johnny didn't. Of course, it's enough that he's crippled from it, but
Yeah.
not as bad as he had to wear braces and stuff like that.
Yeah. Huh. But I guess, so you've never seen anything like this ever?
No, never. This is the worst I've ever seen of anything.
Do you think they're exaggerating it for whatever political reasons, or do you think it's the real deal?
I think it's a real deal. I really do.
Amen.
What?
Come in just a minute.
She can't.
I can, I got my hand in this.
She's in the middle of cooking, now she'll burn it. She can't come right now. What you need? What do you need, Daddy? Why are you so upset? Here you are. Just like this. Daddy, she's had time for you every day.
What'd you say?
You ain't got time for him. He's in his Lucille pouting stage.
Well, he's in that, feel sorry mood.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know you weren't done. With the flower.
Alright, let's look at the time. What time is it?
7:32.
Alright. Oh, they ain't ready. You need more
They're
time.
getting there. See, she watches
Okay,
the
let
edges,
me try to zoom in.
not the actual white of the biscuit, but the edges.
That makes
when they
sense.
start getting brown.
So it
That's
makes-
the crust. That's what she's watching.
Alright, well, let me try to figure this
I got some
out.
of that,
You gotta figure it out.
I got some of that grease, all that I cooked that,
Salt pork.
salt pork in,
Uh-huh.
and put that in the pan. And then you make like a roux.
Alright, so how much flour did you add to that?
Well,
A good chunk, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It's according to how much gravy you got.
At least that spoon, that big spoonful.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're gonna get put even more, huh? Okay.
Just a little bit.
Oh, just a little. See, if you'd have told me to put flour in there,
Yeah.
there's no way I'd have put that much. That's why I need this. That's why I need this video.
It's really sort of portionate the flour with the oil.
Yeah, I kind of get that, and after I make it a few times, I'll.
Because you want it thick. You don't want it, because it will thicken.
So you're mashing out all the
lumps.
lumps.
I have to get in
That
here.
don't matter, Mama. Just flip them. One day when somebody wants to know how to
Because that
flip
pork,
sausage.
that pork meat has salt in it. So just put your little salt.
So your
You can always
salt in
go
the.
back- Yeah, you can always go back and add some more salt.
Okay.
Black pepper.
And you can use a whisk.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. What kind
Mama
of
likes a spoon.
what kind of heat are you on right there?
Medium high.
Okay.
You can use the iron skillet with this too.
Higher than medium high, you're saying, Mom?
Yeah, she's above medium high.
Oh, okay. Well, but you don't want it cooking so hard that it's going to cook that stuff out.
You welcome.
You just keep, y'all just keep on. He should be gonna be 300 in a month.
I wasn't gonna drink it in front of him. That's good.
Yeah. You should have made Landon drink.
Oh, he tried, but you jumped in the middle of it. Poor
That's not
baby, if he
fair.
tried a
I don't
little
like nobody
buttermilk.
do that to me. That's not fair.
Not fair. You hear that, Landon?
Sorry.
Just another reason how they baby you.
No,
That's okay.
that's right. It is okay.
It all hot in that alarm well.
Yes, it does. Shut up. You get babied everywhere you go.
You stir this.
Okay, where are you going to
I'm
get
going to
some
get
more?
more tomatoes. and
You
stuff.
want me to go get them?
I can.
Who canned these tomatoes?
She did.
I can't come over this door and get them.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
When did
Lady
she
that
When did
brought-
she can them? Last year?
Yeah, she canned a bunch last year. Her
But
friend.
that's what I'm saying. Are these a year old tomatoes? Or near about a year?
Yeah.
8, 9, 10 months old?
7, 3rd, 19. So we're at a year.
Yeah. So golly, so how many did she can for it to last this long?
She canned several jars, and then
This lady,
her
Miss Gunn or
friend.
something.
I told you that her husband passed away from the virus.
Uh-huh.
Well, she's moving in with her daughter, so she gave Mama a lot of her can.
That's it.
Josh, you have to open that.
Oh yeah, I can open that. Hold on a second. So if you were me and you wanted to can a bunch of tomatoes for the year, how many of these jars would you try to fill? Because we're going to do it. There's a U-Pick tomato farm down the road.
Yeah.
And as soon as they're ripe, we're going to go down there and buy as many as I need to.
Okay, this is burning.
You got that.
And
I'm gonna get me a 5-gallon bucket to start with.
Okay.
All right, now I took it off the eye. Do you want it back on the eye, or what do you want?
Yeah, hold it.
All right, I got it.
Well, this one's still good. Yep, I'm missing this stuff.
I'm trying here. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go turn the water on.
Water? Hot or cold?
Hot.
Everything hurts hot.
And I'm gonna add some water to it, Josh.
Is that always, or do we just?
Always.
Oh.
Because it'll get too thick.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you had a lot of juice in the tomatoes,
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't have to do that. George, you scared to death.
Well, with flip-flops on.
I'm gonna scoot this in a little closer to you, Mom. That jar smells wonderful, Mama.
Josh, you need to make cookies some nice candy, son.
Yeah, we're going to. That's all we keep talking about.
Yeah.
I can't
Now,
wait.
tell you, y'all like salsa?
Yeah.
You need to fix you some salsa.
Okay. That's
They tell me to get go like to Walmart and you find it there the salsa mix. Go exactly with that salsa mix.
Okay.
And said it's good. It's really good.
That sounds good. That's what Ashley's been wanting to do. She was sending me a recipe yesterday, saying that's what she wants to do.
Now the little girl that does therapy with Jane. She said her mama made it. Said it was really really good. I'm gonna try to get the recipe from her and see how she done hers.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, you want to get your spoon and sort of taste this and see if it needs
Sure.
And I've got a pan full.
They usually pop the lid off.
That's your grandpa's. Yeah, he just needs a spoon.
I got it
know.
right here. I haven't tried it in so long, I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Don't burn your tongue, Leroy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it over here to the.
Okay.
That's fine.
Is it good?
That is good.
Y'all let me know when you bring it.
Okay.
Okay.
Tastes all right, John.
That tastes good.
And that's it.
Mom, you better check those biscuits.
I can't. Your camera's in there.
All right, well, I'm gonna get out. It's 7:40.
Okay.
Okay, Mama. They're starting to brown on the edges. Can you see over here, Josh?
The lighting's not great in
Okay,
here, but
you come on this side.
I can kind of see.
I don't know where the light is.
Yeah. See, is that better, John?
Yeah. Are them ready?
They're getting there. You see that?
Yeah.
Normally she don't let nobody touch her biscuits. You must be a special child.
I am a special child.
I need to get over here to my.
So, for your family of 4,
Uh-huh.
knowing how I eat, how many tomatoes would you can? How many jars?
Do you make a lot of soups and stuff?
I make, but everything I make is chili.
Spaghetti sauce.
You know
yeah.
that salsa that you make, you can use that, put some of that in your spaghetti.
Okay.
And one of the ladies told me that,
Yeah.
Larry Jones' wife, and she said, Miss Minnie, it will really flavor that spaghetti up.
That sounds good.
And so I don't know, you gonna put it in quarts?
Yeah, whatever size these are, yeah.
Quarts. 24 wouldn't be too much, I don't think.
I think it might not be enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying, just cook whatever you want. When you
Well-
start cooking, but get you like 10-gallon bucket at a time. Can you go picking tomatoes?
Yeah, it's a big farm as far as your eye can see.
Yeah.
And you pay whatever you pay and you go pick tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you get you at least a 10-gallon bucket to start with.
Okay.
And then do it and see how it turns out before you go back and get more tomatoes.
Well, her grandma used to can before she kind of lost her eyesight. So we're going to be doing them in front of her so she can kind of tell us.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think the cannon's going to go bad. I don't think I'm going to mess anything up.
No, but your tomatoes
Make
will
sure,
go bad, so you gotta make sure you got enough time to do all of it.
I see what you're saying.
yeah, you don't want to get more than you do.
So what do you have to do? You boil them and then pull the skin off, right?
Well, really, I put mine, sometimes I'll boil it to get it hot, but you can put your tomatoes in like the sink, and then get you big pots of water, you let them be boiling with water. Then pour them over your tomatoes. And let them sit there, and that peeling, you just peel it off with your fingers.
That makes sense.
And that's
But
easy.
clog it up, right? Clog up the sink.
Yeah, so that water, that tomatoes can stay in there a little while. And
How
then,
long you think? 5 or 10 minutes or less?
I'd leave it at least 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Make sure that peeling is gonna come off.
And then the peeling comes right off. And then what, you just-
Take your hand and just fill them off.
And then you
Roll it
just,
off.
do you mash up the tomatoes any
Well,
kind
I
of way?
cut mine off now, the core.
Uh-huh.
Your cores in the center.
Uh-huh.
You cut your tomato down now. Don't put no core in it. If you do, they might, spoil sometimes.
Okay.
And then put your, I think it's a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of sugar to each
Jar?
jar. And then when you do it like that, put it on the stove in a big dish pan and put it on, let it get real hot. Let it be boiling. And you fill your jars up. Put your teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of sugar in each jar, and then seal it up.
Do you have to mix it in the jar or just,
I just pour mine over in there.
Okay.
Because it'll go to the bottom anyway.
okay.
And then, that's all I do to mine. And then put it over and let it cool on the
Yeah.
cabinet. Now some people puts it in like a cold pack counter.
Uh-huh.
You set your jars down in it, fill it up with water, let it go all around it, and then that to make sure that it's sealed. But if you'll do your jar lids like they tell you on the box, most of the time they seal it. You don't have a problem with
And as long as it don't pop, or as long as it does pop,
it. Yeah, yeah.
then
It
it's
seals
sealed
it.
anyway.
Sealed good,
And then
yeah.
if it don't pop, then
Yeah.
you just
You eat
eat
it.
that one that
Right.
night, right?
Yeah.
This
Right.
here,
Yeah.
And put it in the refrigerator.
here,
Uh-huh.
when it's like that, you know it's not sealed.
Right.
But if it's sealed, it ain't gonna pop back up.
Okay.
Now, Grandma
Well, you
used
get
to
me excited
teach.
about it. I'm ready to do it.
Grandma used to teach.
Yeah, that's
Go
what I'm
around
asking her.
houses to houses.
Doing home ec or what's it called?
Home economics.
Yeah, yeah.
But she had papers.
If I ever
Probably
find-
still have papers.
I have
in
got a
there.
bunch of papers in the house, do tomatoes, pickles, I think all kinds of stuff. When I come across them, I'll get them out for you.
Yeah.
They're in my bedroom somewhere.
Well, that's all. I mean, we don't need to go look for them, but if you find them,
I will,
you could even take a picture on your phone and send it to me. If your phone will do it,
yeah,
take a picture and send it to me.
okay.
I'll get it that way.
If I could think about it, when I go down to McGee
Uh-huh.
and go by the extension office, they probably got a bunch of brochures in there.
Yeah.
And if it is, I'll get you some of them.
Okay.
And yours has it too in Tennessee. They're
Yeah.
Jonesboro probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Mama, do you think you want more sausage than the 4 cooked? One more cooked.
Y'all better check them biscuits.
Check your
He
biscuit.
might not like that salt, but I do.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting ready. They're almost ready.
Almost ready at 7:46. We put them in at what, 7:10?
7:10, yeah.
So far we're working on about 35 minutes.
Okay.
So it takes about 40 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Cooking's time consuming, ain't it?
Yeah. George, you want me to make you some white gravy?
No, Mom, I'm good.
You
Don't worry
eat
about me.
tomato gravy?
Neither does Brandy.
That's sorry.
I didn't know Brenda liked it. No, I knew it raw liked it.
I'm
That is
considering.
hypocrisy right there, and that's a perfect pan of biscuits, isn't it?
Yep, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna get them on the ground.
You ready for a plate, Mama?
I got it over here. Yeah, over there. Yeah. And then you flip them. Hopefully, step them out. No, they will.
That's a
Have you
perfect
ever
pan of
had the
biscuits.
sugar syrup?
Nope.
Really?
You want me to make you some of this one?
I don't know if I want it or not. I just wondered if he had had it. I really didn't know if he had had that or not.
I don't know if he had it or not either.
He said
Yeah, no.
no, he's never had it.
I don't reckon I have. I used to have to make simple syrup at the bar when I was a bartender. It's about the same thing. I'd
But
say
you
you just
cook
make
it.
it thicker and cook it.
Yeah,
kinda.
yeah, you cook it down.
Yeah.
But it's good on the hot biscuit with butter.
Oh, I'd say it is. It sounds good.
Now, Mama Stewart, she used to cook that all the time for us.
Yeah.
They hardly ever bought some.
That's all she did. We'd go over there and they'd have eggs and biscuit and sour cream. They'd all eat biscuit and sour cream.
That sounds lovely.
But they'd put sugar on
Yeah.
their sour cream.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I do. James don't like sugar here now.
really,
But I do. I like sugar, man.
you're making my mouth water right now.
There ain't nothing don't make your mouth
That's
water.
true. That's true.
Well, at least you'll good. You'll know that you can eat good.
That's true. Well, Grandma, I'm glad you got to show me this.
Well, I'm proud to have you too.
I'm gonna go home and make this and call you and tell you how it
How
turned
good
out.
it turned out. That's right, because it will. It'll turn out. It's
And
turning
some
out.
people cut a little bit of fresh tomato without skin.
And put over in it.
Put over in, you can't
In
do
your,
that. I could have put it in that one, but I just didn't do it.
This tomato gravy is why you're my favorite, Grandma.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
What we gonna eat good for dessert?
Well, we just say got the dessert. We're going to eat one of your mama's cookies.
I'm just playing.
She should have been the one fixing dessert while we're doing this.
That's true. Why wasn't she doing nothing?
I don't know what
There's
she
not
was
enough
doing.
room in this kitchen for everybody.
That's a lot of excuses. There's plenty of room for Grandma.
You want,
Yeah.
you want to go ahead and make the eggs Frank? And get him done?
All right, Grandma. Thank you for letting me do that.
You're welcome, baby. Yours will turn out good.
I hope so.